Welcome back to the Board Business Channel. Get this, today we're going to talk about,
Should be good.
yeah, it's a Taiwanese company called C Sun.
Okay.
And no, you don't pronounce it the Chinese way. It's just C Sun,
C Sun.
like it's spelled.
Got it.
Pretty straightforward.
I'm intrigued.
So they actually have become a pretty key supplier to TSMC.
Really? TSMC, like the
Yeah.
chip-making giant, TSMC.
That's the one.
Wow, I did not know that.
What's even crazier is how this company started.
Okay, lay it on me.
I'm talking like really humble beginnings. We're talking ovens for PCBs.
Okay, that makes sense.
And get this,
Shoe
shoemaking equipment.
Shoemaking
So
equipment.
like for real.
Wow, what, like stilettos
Yeah.
and sneakers and
Exactly.
what does that have to do with semiconductors?
That's what I'm
It's a
saying.
head scratcher for sure.
It's wild.
Yeah.
So how does a company go from shoemaking to supplying TSMC?
Yeah, that is
It's crazy.
a leap. So
It's
it
a-
really speaks to how adaptable they are.
Okay.
So C Sun, they were founded way back in 1966,
Right.
and they were making these industrial ovens
Ovens.
for companies like Texas Instruments,
Oh, wow.
who
Yeah.
were, big in the PCB industry back then.
Right, right.
So we're talking ovens for electronics, not for,
Not baking cookies.
baking cookies. Exactly.
Got it.
But then
Then
the
shoes.
shoemaking thing.
How'd that happen?
So the founder, Liang Maosheng,
Okay.
he brought in this shoemaking equipment technology from Japan.
Interesting.
Might seem random,
Yeah.
but it actually set the stage for,
They're later.
their later success. Yeah.
Okay, so they were already kind of
Yeah, they were comfortable.
jumping between different industries.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I guess would make you,
I mean, fearless.
yeah, fearless to like jump into a market that's dominated by
Extremely.
giants.
Yeah, it takes some guts.
For sure.
Exactly. And then, when the panel industry in Taiwan started taking off, C Sun saw another opportunity. They pivoted to making ovens for panel manufacturing.
Okay.
And at one point, that was a huge chunk of their revenue.
All right, so
More than half. Even
they're like, I don't know, the chameleons of
yeah. They just adapt and blend in and
find their niche, yeah.
exactly thrive wherever they go.
It's amazing.
And what's interesting is even when they were doing all this panel stuff, they already had some clients in the semiconductor world.
Really?
Ah,
So they were kind of like,
it was mostly back-end stuff, though,
Right.
like packaging and testing.
okay,
So not like,
not the suit.
the really glamorous stuff, but,
Okay.
Essential nonetheless.
Right.
It was a tiny part of their business back then, just like 3% of their revenue or something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how did they go from this
Yeah, from this tiny slice of the pie.
to, I mean, they were a key supplier to TSMC.
Well, around 2009, they saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah.
The PCB and panel industries were maturing.
Right.
Growth was slowing.
Right.
They knew they had to diversify
Had to.
and find something new,
Okay.
something for the future.
Okay, so semiconductors.
Yeah.
They had,
This
Did you-
crystal ball moment.
yeah, and said, we got to go all in.
Yeah, they started investing a lot in R&D for semiconductor equipment,
Oh.
specifically advanced packaging equipment, which was
Which was new then.
a pretty new field.
Right.
Okay.
Back then?
Yeah, but I bet they weren't the only ones who were
Of course not. Right.
buying that market.
It's like, you're talking about going up against
Yeah.
established international giants.
It's like bringing
A knife,
to a gunfight.
well-funded,
Right.
decades of experience. C Sun was like,
David and Goliath.
yeah, David going up against
Yeah.
multiple Goliaths.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
So what was their secret weapon? How did they even...
Oh, I think it comes down to two things.
Okay.
Agility and customer focus.
Think of it this way, like the big international companies, they're like these giant cruise ships,
Yeah, yeah.
slow to turn,
Right.
even slower to change course.
Okay.
C Sun was more like a speedboat,
Oh,
nimble, responsive.
Okay, so they could kind of zip around and offer.
Exactly. They were willing to customize solutions
Okay.
for their clients.
Got it.
Something those big companies
Right.
weren't always willing or able to do.
Okay, so for example,
For example, they took their experience with automation from
Right.
the panel industry,
okay,
and they created automated ovens for semiconductor manufacturing.
okay.
So,
Connecting the dots between industries.
yeah, pretty smart, right?
Right.
And at the same time, while they were doing the
At the
ovens,
same time.
they were working on another production line,
Wow.
developing lamination and temporary bonding machines for advanced packaging.
Wait. Lamination,
It's a lot,
temporary bonding.
juggling multiple projects at once.
So for us,
Yeah.
non-engineers,
Break it down.
Break it down. What are those machines actually?
Yeah, good question. So imagine you're putting a screen protector on your phone.
Okay.
You have to be super careful to get it perfectly aligned right.
Right.
Avoid any bubbles.
Right.
Lamination for semiconductor chips is kind of like that, but on a microscopic scale.
Oh, wow.
You're precisely attaching and detaching layers of different materials to these tiny, tiny chips.
Okay.
And these materials, they're not just for protection.
Arts and crafts for chips.
Yeah, kind of, but it impacts the chip's performance, you know?
Okay.
Then you have temporary bonding,
Okay.
which is like placing the chip onto a special carrier, kind of like a temporary stage, so it can go through other manufacturing processes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So these chips are basically divas with kind of very specific needs.
They're very delicate.
And C Sun is catering to their every whim.
Yeah, and remember, these chips are incredibly valuable and incredibly fragile. So these machines need to be
precise.
Incredibly precise and reliable.
No room for error.
No room for error.
That's pressure. So this bold move, did it actually pay off?
Well, after years of testing and development, they shipped their ovens to some semiconductor companies.
All right.
But the mass production they were hoping for
didn't
quite materialize right away.
Oof, that's got to be tough.
It was a setback, yeah.
What kept them going?
Well, I think a couple of things.
Okay.
They kept getting smaller orders for their customized equipment, which was crucial.
Right.
It kept the team together, allowed them to refine their technology.
Right.
They were really in it for the long haul.
So they had this, like, vision.
Yeah, this belief.
In the future of semiconductor.
Even when things weren't,
even when it was tough.
Easy.
Yeah.
That's
dedication.
Dedication, yeah. So they have this vision.
And their chairman.
Right, Liang Maoxing.
Okay.
He was a huge supporter.
Okay.
Really believed in what they were doing.
All right, but there's still a small company, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going up against these...
Yeah, what's their next move?
Massive corporations, How they break through.
Well, they realized they had a unique advantage. Remember all that experience with lamination and bonding?
Yeah.
From their PCB and substrate days? They figured out a way to apply that to chip stacking, which is a key part of advanced semiconductor manufacturing.
So they weren't just selling machines. Yeah. They were bringing something new.
They had this expertise that could really, shake things up.
Right.
They put together this team of like veteran engineers, people with decades of experience to work directly with clients on R&D.
Okay, that's a dream team.
It was a true partnership.
Yeah, but developing this new equipment, I imagine, was not.
Oh, no, it was not a walk in the park.
Yeah.
Faced a lot of challenges. For one thing, their partner companies, they were hesitant to share all the details of their manufacturing processes.
Oh, right. Nobody wants to...
It's their secret sauce.
Give away their secret sauce.
Exactly.
So they're trying to build a puzzle, but they're missing pieces. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be tough.
And on top of that, chip sizes were shrinking.
Right.
Which demands even greater precision from the equipment.
Oh, wow.
It's like trying to hit a moving target blindfolded.
That's
not easy.
No pressure or anything.
Right. All this hard work, all this hustle.
Yeah. Did it lead to something big?
Did it lead to something big?
It did. In 2013, they had a major breakthrough.
Right.
They finally started delivering lamination and temporary bonding machines to semiconductor companies.
And they beat...
And get this.
The big guys.
They beat out the big international companies to do it.
David took down Goliath.
But the story doesn't end there.
Of course not.
Right. What happened next?
Well, the semiconductor industry...
Fast-paced.
It's all about constant innovation.
Right.
Pushing the limits.
So they couldn't just rest on their laurels?
No, not even for a second.
They had to.
They had to constantly adapt.
Keep going.
To meet their clients' ever-changing needs.
It's like a marathon.
It is.
Where the finish line keeps moving.
Exactly. So to keep up with all these demands, C Sun... They had to get creative.
Okay.
So they established this centralized point of contact. For all their customer support.
Like a one-stop shop?
Yeah, exactly.
For all their client needs.
It brought together different departments within C Sun.
Wow.
And they implemented a shift system so they could provide round-the-clock support.
So no matter
what time.
What time it was, somebody was there to help.
That's
impressive.
Going above and beyond.
Yeah, I bet those big international companies weren't offering that.
They were not.
No.
And it really paid off. In 2023, their semiconductor equipment shipments hit double digits.
From struggling to get mass production
Yeah.
to double digits.
It's a real Cinderella story.
Shipments.
And, all that buzz about AI chips,
Yeah.
that surge in demand for advanced packaging
Right.
really benefited C Sun.
It did, yeah.
Their order book was overflowing.
Oh,
They had to expand their factories. It was
Wow.
a great time to
We're
be
riding this AI wave.
an equipment supplier
Yeah.
in that market.
Okay, so what does their financial picture look like?
So in 2023, their semiconductor revenue doubled
Double.
compared to the previous year.
Wow.
They tripled the clean room space at their Taichung plant and really pushed to deliver all that advanced packaging equipment.
But their old businesses like PCB and panel equipment, weren't those
That's right.
slowing down?
Those sectors did see a decline in revenue,
Okay.
but the growth in semiconductors more than made up for it. You see, that's the beauty
It's like they have, I don't know,
of a diversification strategy.
diversified investment portfolio.
Exactly. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah, exactly.
Essentially.
Spreading the risk,
That's right.
maximizing opportunities.
Smart move.
So what are the experts saying?
So industry experts, they're recognizing the unique capabilities of C Sun's lamination machines, especially for advanced packaging.
Okay.
And financial analysts, they're predicting that their profit margins will keep getting better as they ship more equipment.
Right.
They're on a roll.
So they've successfully transitioned from PCB and panel equipment to semiconductors.
Yeah. So
How does this shift change their
they're kind of evolving
strategy?
into a three-pronged business model.
Okay.
By 2024, they're expecting that 20 to 30% of their revenue will come from semiconductors, with the rest from PCB and panel businesses.
That's a pretty good balance, I'd say.
It is.
Yeah.
And they're optimistic that that semiconductor revenue will keep climbing through 2026.
But you know what they say?
What's that?
It's lonely at the top.
Right.
The competition
Come in
is
right.
heating up.
The advanced packaging market is lucrative.
Oh, yeah.
It's attracting other Taiwanese companies, international players.
Like sharks smelling blood in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
So who are they up against?
Well, even Quanta, which is known for its oven equipment,
What?
they're trying to get in on the action.
So it's not just a battle against international giants anymore.
No.
They got
local rivals.
local rivals.
Yeah.
All right, so how are they staying ahead of the pack?
Well, they're already looking ahead
Okay.
to the future of semiconductor technology.
What is that even
They're focusing on developing equipment
look like?
for 3D stacking.
3D stacking? Is that like holographic projections from...
Well, not quite,
Right.
but it is pretty futuristic.
Okay.
It's basically taking chip stacking
Okay.
to a whole new level,
All right.
building chips in 3 dimensions
Whoa.
so they can achieve even better performance
Wow.
and efficiency that way.
They're like fortune tellers,
Kind of.
predicting the future of chips
They're thinking ahead.
and making the equipment for it.
That's right.
That's incredible.
They were definitely forward thinking.
So, C Sun, what a journey.
It is.
From humble beginnings to
Yeah.
a global force in the semiconductor industry.
A real underdog story.
Really is. And they never lost sight of the
That's it.
important,
Customer service?
good customer service.
It's key.
It's like they treat their clients like royalty.
They do, and that's why they've been so successful. They
Yeah.
built this reputation for being reliable. So
Responsive and innovative.
exactly. So speaking of success,
Yes.
you know my friend Steve, right?
Steve, the executive director of the Arizona Taiwan office.
Yeah. He actually
Right.
mentioned C Sun to me recently.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
He's like, they're really making a positive impact
That's great.
on the semiconductor ecosystem.
Yeah. It's always good to hear.
I was like, of course.
Those first-hand accounts
Yeah.
of a company's influence.
It just kind of reinforces how they defied the odds
That's right.
and became a real leader
Yeah, their story is proof
in the advanced packaging supply chain.
that vision,
Yeah.
persistence,
Yeah.
dedication to your clients
Yeah.
can really lead to success.
No matter
How small you are.
doesn't matter the size of the company. If you
Yes.
have those things, you can really make a difference.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
There you go.
It's amazing to see a company like C Sun not just surviving,
Right. It is.
but thriving in such a
Yeah.
cutthroat industry.
It's impressive.
It really is. It kind of shows you what you can achieve with a little
Ingenuity.
ingenuity.
A hard work.
A lot of hard work.
A dash of daring.
Yeah, a dash of daring, maybe a whole...
Maybe a whole lot.
Yeah, a whole lot of daring. Makes you wonder, who else is out there, right?
Yeah.
What other
What other
hidden champions
Hidden champion.
Quietly working away, innovating.
Yeah, quietly changing the world.
Changing the world. That's what I love about business.
Me too.
There's always like new stories to discover.
Always.
New companies making their mark.
That's why we're here.
Exactly. That's why we're here at the Board Business Channel. We're all about bringing those stories to you.
That's right.
So stay curious, keep learning,
Yep.
and never underestimate the power of a good idea.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And that is a wrap on today's show.
Thanks for listening to the Board Business Channel.
Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that bell for notifications.